Hi everyone, this is Hiba from My Little Journal, and today I'm going to be working in my Traveler's Notebook. I'm going to be using Elise from Feed Your Crafts prompt list. She creates a 30 days of gratitude every November, and I really wanted to play along. I cannot do a whole album, so I thought I will just create a few layouts in my Traveler's Notebook. Now I'm going for prompt number 2, which is something about you physically, and I decided to go with my feet. My feet take me everywhere. They help me explore new things and keep up with my kids. So I felt like my feet needed some recognition. So I'm using a 4x8 picture of where I stand, and I will be going through my paper to decide what I want to use. I end up using those two 6x6 papers. I cannot remember the name of the paper pad, but I will add the link down below. Now, I've done this before where I cut out a triangle and used it in my layout, so I felt like I wanted to do that again, but play around with it a little bit. So I'm going to cut out 2 and add 1 to the top and 1 to the bottom. I will also be using this 3x4 card. I got this in a Studio Calco add-on. I believe they are still in the shop. I really love this little card kit. I fussy cut out those Converse because I'm wearing Converse and I'm talking about my feet, so I decided to use that in my layout. Now, I thought I wasn't going to be using that pink paper that I put aside, but I thought I could use it to back up one of the triangles to bring in more pink to my layout because there's pink in the Converse. So I'm going to go ahead and trim it down and just add it to the bottom triangle. And that way I brought a different color to my layout. Now, once I'm done with that, I want to create a small cluster next to those Converse because they kind of looked like they were just sitting there and they needed some backup. So I'm going to go through my flowers. I believe I end up fussy cutting out some of my Felicity Jane paper and adding a few flowers with my red Converse. By the way, I always end up with black, white, and red when I do use red in my layouts. I don't know what it is. I mean, it doesn't look fallish, but that's okay because I really wanted to use those Converse. Now I'm going to start stamping. I want to use my Feed Your Craft Many Thanks stamp set. It is a beautiful stamp set. I start inking my stamp, but then I notice that I want to stamp it in the top triangle in between the stripes, and it will not fit because the pages kind of fold. So I'm just going to put it kind of, there we go, in a corner, tilt it, and then that way I can stamp right there. It worked well. Anyways, I stamped out Today I Am Grateful for the Little Things. I ended up with 2 4s. So it says Today I Am Grateful for the little things. But that stuff doesn't bug me. It really doesn't. And I didn't even notice until later. I will also be using my highlight stamp set. I am in love with these alpha stamps. They are small and perfect for little spaces, and they stamp so beautifully. I just love how that Explore turned out. And I decided to use Explore because my feet help me explore, and I wanted to add that to my layout. I really like my little cluster, so I'm going to go ahead and stick everything down. I still want to add more embellishments just to tie everything together. So I'm going to start going through my embellishments and add little things here and there. Now I'm going to start going through my embellishments, and I found a phrase that said feeling life. So I go ahead and add that right on top of my Converse. Now because my Converse are so red and bold, I decided to add more red to kind of spread it on my layout. So I will use a Futurecraft puffy sticker. I believe it's a heart. I add it to my cluster, and I found a geotag, a chipboard geotag, and I will go ahead and add that also. Now, while going through my embellishments, I found these little teeny tiny heart stickers, and I thought it would look pretty neat to scatter them around instead of using my crystal drops or enamel dots. And as you guys know, I have such a hard time spreading little tiny things on my layout. I removed them a bunch of times. I do edit this out so I don't bore you to death, but I end up getting it right, I guess, and I like how it looks. Now I will be going through my flares. I want to add a flare on my picture. Now, if you guys have any tips or ideas on how you store your flares, or if you've seen a good idea, please share with me. It takes me such a long time to find the right flare in this little box. So I'd like to see how you guys store your flares. Anyways, I believe I am done with my layout. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.